Selamünaleyküm arkadaşlar. The Perils kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. En son doktora ilacı vermiştik. İlaçlar bozuk çıkmıştı galiba. Şimdi bunları ne yapacağız? Bridge'e mi gideceğiz yeniden?
More ships surrounding us.
It looks like something was torn away. The captain must have hidden it somewhere. Nothing useful about it.
Heads.
Empty.
Bunu oraya mı koyacağız ki acaba?
I have no idea how to make... Empty. Someone made sure we can't radio for help. There's a new course plotted every hour.
Too slow.
Now why would I do that? But my better judgment says no.
That stranger warned me.
The ship's fuel gauge, reading a quarter of a tank.
They'll never follow. Eyes in the back of my...
It looks like something was torn away. The captain must have hidden it somewhere.
Ne yapacağız şimdi?
They'll find us out. Nowhere's safe.
Nothing that I understand.
Tamam, geçelim. Şu adama gideceğiz herhalde bir daha. Şimdi şuna konuş bakalım, konuşabiliyor mu?
What did you do to get sent below deck?
I was. The Well, get back to me.
Okay then.
Kaptan da sormuş. Şimdi buna verelim, belki ister.
Here, sweet treats for your donkey. The donkey group made a mess of that area. It's almost like the donkeys were guarding something.
Bakalım şimdi. Risk var mı? Yok, burası temiz.
Empty cabins, nothing of use.
Şimdi ne yapacağız? Buraya geri gidelim bakalım. Bana soracak her şey sorduk. Kabin dur. Bakalım oradan bir
It's
şey var.
empty. A little bit nothing hidden there.
Şimdi ne yapacağız? Eşekleri düzelttik.
Freezing and burning.
Interesting. This new mazer shows the risk. Uh-oh. The ship's dangerously low on fuel. On our present course, we're going to be... I'm no navigator, but one look at these charts tells me this ship is in trouble.
I know everything I need to know.
But my better judgment says no.
Orada bayağı bir şey sıkıntılı gözüküyor.
Captain drew German warships everywhere. You've heard of the middle of nowhere? Well, we're headed for the middle of it. You've heard of the middle of nowhere? Well, we're headed for the middle of it.
Bakalım odaya da şey.
Someone made sure we can't radio for help. Someone made sure we can't radio for help. Empty.
Ne yapmamız lazım?
Nothing useful about it.
Got a Swiss accent. A Swiss...
It looks like something was torn away. The captain must have hidden it somewhere.
Şimdi
Nothing that I understand. Appears to be a boiler. Probably the hot water.
önümüzde bir şey yok.
Didn't expect that. The tanks are reasonably safe. Hiding between two giant explosive tanks.
Ne yapabiliriz şimdi? Mr. Anger'la da konuşamıyoruz. Allah Allah. Odadan bir şeyler mi alacağız ki acaba?
The veggies went bad. The trip took longer than they thought. There's nothing inside I can use.
Şey var mı? Burada hiçbir şey yok ya. Ben nereden ne bulacağım şimdi?
My knowledge of Japanese is limited to video games and anime. Everyone's busy in the engine room. I didn't expect that. The tanks are reasonably safe.
Ne yapabiliriz ki?
Şurası şey mi olmuş?
Acceptable amount of risk.
Allah Allah. Bir şey bulmamız lazım ama ne bulacağız acaba? Bakalım bir daha bir köprüye çıkalım sonra.
Uh-oh. The captain is as big a risk as ever. No surprise there. Strange. Why is that dangerous?
Ah ya yeni şimdi
The
çıktı.
captain's awfully concerned about that thing. Darwin, what is that?
The nautical term is binnacle. It holds the ship's compass.
I see a little glass bottle and metal jars set to trap anyone reaching inside. Now, if I hold the jars, reverse the pin inside and move the spring here, I've reversed the trigger for the booby trap. Let's hope this works.
Bir şeyler yaptık bakalım da ne yaptık anlamadım.
Ow! Son of a...
Allah'tan küfür etmedi.
Spies! It's worse than I thought. I'll lock them all up, the entire crew. One by traitorous one, if I have to.
Eldivenimiz oldu da ne oldu şimdi eldiven olunca?
Got to ride this storm out.
It looks like something was torn away.
7 sailors dead already.
Ha, şimdi bunu şeye mi götüreceğiz acaba? Doktora.
I got a blood sample. Yes, I see. Well done. I'll talk to the first mate. Excuse me.
Başka bir şeyimiz kaldı mı? Yok şu an. Hiçbir şeyimiz yok. Bir daha git bakayım Birice.
And I thought the storm at home was scary.
No.
Nothing useful about it. You've heard of the middle of nowhere? Well, we're headed for the middle of it. But my better judgment says
Adam
no.
bize bakıyor, bizi görmüyor. Güzel.
And they thought they could fool me.
Uh-oh. The ship's dangerous. With communications out, there's no way to get weather warnings or to call for help.
Straits are a mine.
You've heard of the middle of nowhere? Well, someone made sure we can't radio for... Someone made sure we can't... Empty.
Şimdi ne yapmamız lazım? Şimdi bir şey yapmam lazım ama ne yapacağım? Şurada bir şey mi yapacağız? Burada bir şey yok. Buraya mı geleceğiz bir daha? Gel.
Does the captain come down?
Hardly ever. Then he started. Now he's took to drinking and steering us.
Maybe someone else should assume command.
Crew'd be with him if someone's got belly enough to try. But with Captain Mad as a March hare and locking people up left and right.
What's wrong with the...
But
Yeah.
with
You mean...
alcohol. That's a pretty word for it.
Why do you...
Don't take catches. You didn't get.
Me? I'm just a kid.
Orada iş kalmadı. Darwin'le de konuşamıyoruz.
There's something hidden in the hay. It's a book. A logbook.
Aa, kitap bulduk. Başka bir şey var mı buralarda? Aynen. Bakın.
The captain's logbook. It shows he was healthy at the start of the voyage.
Şimdi bunu gidip şeye mi vereceğiz? Kaptana mı vereceğiz? Deneyelim bakalım.
I know everything I need to.
Kayıtta mıyım diye baktım bu arada.
Too slow. Why are we going this slow?
Good idea. Maybe later.
Maybe later.
Less than a quart must have held the logbook. Does fit, but I don't want to return it.
I can hear that claptrap bird, too.
I'd better not.
Allah Allah.
The stranger knew about the warships. Can't
I need a really good reason.
Ne yapacağız ki
It's
başka?
hidden well.
Pardon, yanlışlıkla gittim. Panellere mi bakacağız ki acaba logbook'la?
Does fit, but I don't want to return it.
My head's burning.
Şuradan şunlara mı bakacağız acaba?
That won't do anything.
Doktora mı vereceğiz kitabı?
Evidence that the captain went mad.
Thank you. This is important.
Hah, kaptan da gitti.
Hunger! Hunger, listen to me! You and that fool doctor are traitors! You're dead! Do you hear me? Dead! Even if you survive the German attack, you'll both hang for this! Hunger!
I've got to change course for Singapore right away. Oh!
Congratulations, Anna. You're a genuine talent. All you have to do now is turn the ship and you're home free. Are you sure you want to do that, Anna?
Bakayım. Max. What is Max?
Why wouldn't I be sure?
Many lives depend on the decision you make.
Full speed! North by northeast!
You haven't done your homework.
How can you stand by and watch people die?
Over the next 2 years, more than 50 million people are going to die from the Spanish flu pandemic. And this ship is infested with it.
Did you infect them?
I understand. You're still upset about the theater. Upset enough to think me capable of such an act.
Will sinking this ship stop the flu?
It will stop it in Singapore in this winter during this war. That's already a great accomplishment.
Max de oğullarından biriydi miydi yani? Kaç nesil oldu?
Can we bring back a cure from the future?
The 1918 strain has no vaccine. We'd need 1,000 years and 1,000 lives to rid the world of every risk.
We're scientists. We have a lab. How do you know, Father?
Dışarıdan
Your
da
risk
şeye
atlas
satıcı
is a
geçiyor.
toy next to mine. I could see it all. Deep into the past and far into the future. It's a tremendous responsibility and perhaps a terrible, terrible burden. Very special people can live with this.
What was that?
Let's call it another lesson in saving lives using the risk atlas.
Saving lives.
Choosing who lives and who dies is not so simple as you suppose, my child. Sometimes to save thousands of lives,
Ne oluyor?
one must sacrifice a small few.
Is that smoke? You sabotaged this ship?
This is a plague ship. If it reaches port in Singapore, 43,218 people will die who otherwise wouldn't. That's 43,218 lives, the single turn of a wheel. So you see, I have... You have the moral responsibility to stop it.
You're really scaring me now, Father. Is this really happening? Why is the future our responsibility?
You're finally starting to understand the implications, child.
Thomas told me about Edgar. The power of the Risk Atlas changed him. I'm worried the same thing is happening to you.
You've been talking to Thomas somehow, but you don't understand. I'm afraid Thomas never recovered from the loss of his daughter. He's no longer in possession of his proper faculties. His own son had to send him away.
That can't be true.
I'm sorry, Anna, but it's time you knew the family secrets. He's quite hopeless. Like this ship.
Şu ana kadar anladıklarımı söyleyeyim. Adam gemiyi bilerek batırıyormuş çünkü gemide salgın bir hastalık var galiba. Singapur'a gidiyormuş bu gemi. Eğer Singapur'a gitseydi bayağı bir insan hastalığa yakalanacak gibi bir şey dedi. Anlarsın gibi bir şeyler dedi ileride. Öyle bir şey dedi. Bakalım şimdi.
But what about the people who aren't sick?
You will get sick trying to rescue them.
Bunu kurtarmaya mı çalış dedi.
What about all those donkeys?
Anna, you're stalling now.
The doctor. Can we at least take her?
She's sick too. 3 days.
3 gündür hastaymış o da.
There must be another way.
Başka bir yol olmalı.
There is no other way for us. That is what I'm trying to teach you. I know this is hard for you, Anna, but I assure you, it's too late for heroics. Save yourself.
Darwin, remind me to get one of those. This is tragic, but there's nothing I can do. I need to find a mirror.
Abandoned ship!
Miss, you first.
No, take the sick. Help me move
Nothing
them.
useful about
Put
it.
these on. Take the crates from the brig.
Oh, let him out for God's sakes.
Elinde bir
The
şey var mı?
hole's flooded.
Go out the portholes.
Warships! I told you!
Captain, this way.
I go down with my ship!
Anna. Did someone see Anna? Anna!
Bir şey mi yapacağız?
Someone made sure we can't radio for help. Empty.
Ne yapacağım şimdi ya?
Uh-oh. I'm no navigator, but one look at these charts tells me this ship is in trouble. Must have held the logbook.
Haydi.
Nothing useful about it.
Get the flares!
No.
Flares'i nereye atacağım? Window mu?
Pepper's ghost. I can use the glass of the bridge for my reflection from the light of those flares. Look at the reflection.
Ha. Hadi bakalım. Ve buraya geri geldi.
Darwin, I need to talk to Thomas. Thomas right now.
No, no, don't touch that. It took weeks to... Leave me alone.
Thomas?
Anna, I'm here.
My father sank a ship with everyone on board. I'm afraid the Risk Atlas drove him mad, just like Edgar.
Don't despair, Anna. Perhaps it's not too late to save your father. I think I've worked out a way to travel back to your time. But you will need to make a new mesa for Darwin using Tantalite.
Where do I find Tantalite?
Why, the Queen's Castle, the King's Bishop 8. Quickly, before the storm passes. We have to use its energy with the crystals.
How can Darwin bring you here? Aren't you trapped in the future? In an asylum?
Tantalite crystals have extraordinary properties. In their pure form, I couldn't control their power. That's why I hid them from Edgar. But Darwin's topaz crystal will limit the danger.
How do I make a mesa?
Remove Darwin's mesa and break it.
Huh?
Make him a better one. Mix Darwin's topaz crystals with Tantalite. Then put this mixture in a new mesa tube and plug it back in him. This should amplify his power by a factor of several hundred without emitting harmful levels of gamma radiation.
Ne soru yerine gidelim
Did you get
be.
all that?
Remove Darwin's maser. Mix crystals with Tantalite. Insert new maser.
Let's go down to the workshop. There it is. The Perils of Man. My father's journal of the disasters he created. All for the good of mankind.
January 27, 1860.
Heh. Şurada yeniden bir şey yapacağız galiba. Bakalım.
I see a purple velvet box with various crystals inside and an empty mesa.
Neyimiz oldu? Bunu mu birleştireceğiz?
Maybe it'll work without your crystal, Darwin. I won't need anything here.
Şimdi o zaman
He had such a funny way of walking. Freakishly long legs. That's his old mesa. I need to mix tantalite crystals with his, then make a new mesa.
bunu mu birleştireceğiz? Evet. Şeye ihtiyacımız yok mu ya? Neyse direkt koyalım o zaman.
That should do it.
Daha inventory mi? Şunu mu birleştireceğiz acaba? Yok.
I assembled him in the secret lab under my mansion. I feel like such a mad scientist.
Neyimiz oldu?
I assembled him in the secret lab under my mansion. I feel like such a mad scientist. It's permanently rusted shut. Still nothing to say, huh? This family has too many secrets.
Yine kitaplığa mı gidiyoruz ya? Orada kaç dakika olmuş? 24 dakika olmuş. Geldi. Thomas?
Anna Eberling, I presume.
Büyük dedemiz. Ne oldu Darwin'e?
January 27, 1863. On cold days such as these, I am reminded of that tragic day on the glacier and my dear Elsie.
Ne oldu
If
Darwin?
we survive this night, show me how Darwin works.
It would be my delight to teach you.
It's a shame. I'm going to miss Darwin.
Yes, but it's the risk you took. Now, you have me.
He was a friend. I don't have many.
Yes, it is most unfortunate. He was my friend as well.
Did I make the mesa wrong? Is this my fault?
No, Anna. Darwin was simply not built for this.
Will Darwin be okay?
I'm sorry, Anna. It was a risk we had to take.
How did you come through time?
Buraya nasıl geldin?
My topaz crystal. It was tuned to Darwin's mesa. Luckily, they mistook it for jewelry at the asylum.
Are you really here?
Yes. I believe so.
I've seen your painting for years, but I must be a surprise to you.
You certainly have the mind of an Aberling. Although I am a bit startled by your clothes.
Yeah, we discovered that bustles and corsets tend to get in the way of lab work.
No, I'd forgotten about jeans. They went out of style in the 2020s.
Şimdi ne soralım? Şimdi
I need
bunu
to make him
soralım.
uncertain? Isn't being certain a good thing?
Not always. If every consequence were known in advance, there would be no such thing as risk. But without risk, some crucial part of our humanity is lost. We would all become like my automatons.
Darwin was more than an automaton.
I should not have phrased it like that. You've been through a lot together, haven't you?
What do we do when we find him?
Our only chance is to convince your father to remove his risk atlas.
What good will that do?
The risk atlas gives you certainty. If his risk atlas is as powerful as I suspect, he can see everything we do well in advance. But we want him to be uncertain, to start thinking like a human being again.
Maybe I shouldn't waste my time with him. I did fine without him all these years.
Hear him out, and then decide.
If my father has gone the same way as Edgar, it's too late to help him.
Perhaps, perhaps not. He's done all of this to establish some kind of relationship with you.
It doesn't feel like that.
If there is any emotional connection with his past remaining, it will be with you. Use this to your advantage.
Babamı eski haline döndürebilir miyiz falan diye sorduk.
Okay, what do we do next?
You wait here. I need a moment to cobble together a second risk atlas. I can use the mesa from Darwin. I'll need to concentrate by myself. Under no circumstances should you go anywhere until I'm finished.
Oh, bye.
Oh bye. Şimdi ne yapıyoruz? Aşağı mı
Thomas,
ineceğiz?
may I help?
Don't disrupt me, child. I'm working as fast as I can.
Ben ne yapacağım? Darwin.
There's a note on the book from Father.
Anna, Thomas won't help you now. You're only putting a broken old man in harm's way. This has always been between us. Our future together is in this book. If you're up for the adventure, all you need to do is open it.
Haydi babamız mıydı o? Az önce konuşan. Bize bir yere git diyor. Gidelim bakalım. Ve orada bırakayım artık videoyu. Az önce konuşmalardan bahsetmedim ama ne diyeyim, şöyle açıklayayım. Bu ne? Sen kimsin?
You really should see this, Anna. 3 years ago, this was nothing but swampland. And now, look at it. Can you imagine all of the human toil that could have been spared? If only they had known.
Aa bu bir büyük oldu mu ne?
Known what?
that it was going to be destroyed by an airship crashing into George Ferris's wheel on the second day of the fair.
Babamız mı? Bu iyi babamız.
They're dead. I've never seen anyone dead before.
Ha bu sefer bir şey değil, şey sandım ben.
The
Uçaktaymış.
label says it's for disinfecting drinking water. The label says it's for disinfecting drinking water. Change course and lock the rudder? Father, can't we leave all this death and destruction behind once and for all? It scares me.
Leave? Just leave tens of thousands of innocents to burn down there?
You've worn those glasses your whole life. Just for once, let your daughter look into your eyes. You probably wouldn't like it. Why?
Because you'd see too much of yourself.
Take off the mask, please.
Maske çıkar da yüzünü göreyim falan diyor.
Tell me, does your risk atlas show who loves you and who hates you?
Always, Anna. It's riskier to love than it is to hate.
Risk Atlas seni sevenleri ya da sevmeyenleri gösteriyor mu diye sordu.
Doesn't that mean that people need risk?
Nonsense. People don't need risk any more than they need famine or pestilence.
Onu anlamadım.
Without risk, wouldn't we be just like machines?
You'd be right, Anna. Except for one important detail. My risk atlas doesn't compel me to avoid risk. It merely affords me the possibility of avoiding it.
I'm not sure I really understand what you're saying.
I've made some improvements on the original risk atlas. 3 mazers in parallel. It means I can avert the smallest risk. Even the risk of aging can be predicted and avoided. I'm immortal, but I'm willing to die if you decide that I pose a threat that must be prevented.
But how can you die if you're immortal?
Very simply, my dear. Pull this lever and you lock the rudder in its present course. The airship will crash directly into the Ferris wheel. I will die willingly, but thousands of innocent people won't have that choice.
But I don't want you or anyone else to die. I just want you to come back home for me, your daughter.
Steer the ship away, and the disaster is averted. But I will keep on time walking, only with you, my daughter, as my protege.
Şey diyor, ben gerçek bir risk atlas yaptım diyor. 3 tane mazer'lı. Biz bir tane mazer'lı kullanıyoruz ya. Adam 3 tane de yapmış. Yanlış anlamadıysam.
I don't believe you. You're bluffing.
Understand this. Once that lever is pulled, it cannot be pushed back.
So far, you've undone every move I've made.
I will accept this fate, Anna, provided that you accept that you are the sole author of it.
You'd never go through with it, not while I'm on board.
This is about what you will do. Are you willing to take the biggest risk of your life?
So that's the bargain? I get to save the people below?
And I get a daughter to walk through time with me.
Ay yine mi?
If I become a time walker like you, where would we live?
On the mountains of Mars, or the palace of Maharaja. Wherever we want.
Biz böyle zamanda dolaşabiliyorsak biz ne werewolf nerede yaşıyoruz diye sordu. Orada burada işte söylediği yerleri.
Mars doesn't have air.
Not in this epoch.
That sounds more frightening than fun.
Of course you're frightened, but my risk atlas changes everything. All fear and doubt will become distant memories. No accident will befall you, because you will be the architect of everything that happens. It's not playing God. It's becoming the angel of your own destiny.
That sounds better.
Ay yeter artık konuş. Bunu dinlemek istemiyorum ya.
Wouldn't I give up on any chance of living a normal life?
Think about it, Anna. I'm offering you a life of absolute certainty. Want to witness the glory of Pompeii before it is lost to lava and ash? We can do it. Want to stroll the decks of the Titanic moments before it becomes the stuff of legends? We can do it, Anna. Because with my Risk Atlas, no harm can come to us.
You make it seem like the safest choice.
It is. All you need to do is decide to turn the airship.
First, I need to decide if I should trust you. You said your Risk Atlas. Would I ever get my own Risk Atlas?
Yes, of course. That's what this has been all about. What's it to be, my angel? Will you choose a life without risk?
Yeter ama yahu.
I would like to see what the world looks like through your eyes. Oh my goodness, Father, these are miraculous. I can see
Everything.
everything, yes! The World Fair is on fire.
Bize de gösterseydin.
You see, Anna, nothing is the same. Anna, give me your atlas.
Ne yapıyoruz biz ya?
Don't worry, I'll guide you. There's a loose bolt in that steel thing over there. And don't put any weight on those cables. They're completely rusted out.
What is it, Anna? What do you see?
Stay over there, Father. Don't come any closer. Thomas!
Anna, I came the very instant I realized you had gone. But why didn't you wait for me?
You think I didn't see you coming, old man?
Oh.
Edgar? Can it be? But how?
Can someone please tell me what is happening here?
I'm so sorry, Anna. I had no idea. This man is my son Edgar. He is not your father.
Is that true?
Listen to me, Anna. After your father disappeared, I watched over you. And I've come to love you as a father loves a daughter.
Watched over me? You've been haunting us like a ghost.
You wouldn't have understood before. You weren't ready.
Is this your idea of being a father? Putting Anna in danger at every turn?
She had to learn.
Learn what? To cheat destiny? To live life without a single surprise?
I don't understand, Edgar. Did you think I would never find out who you really were?
I hoped it wouldn't matter. I've been so alone, Anna. So terrifyingly alone. I've waited 150 years for someone like me.
I'm nothing like you.
Anna, whatever you do, don't give Edgar that Risk Atlas. This must end.
Come away with me, Anna. Right now. Remember all the things we said we would do together? Just bring the Atlas to me.
Do that, Anna, and you condemn the two of you to an endless, joyless life in the shadows.
You were right, Edgar. I can see who loves me, just as you said. What's wrong? Are you sick?
Can't function without the Risk Atlas, Anna. He is no longer capable of judging anything for himself.
I'm sorry, Edgar. It has to be this way.
No, no, no!
Edgar nereye gitti?
Hang on, Edgar.
We're coming!
Macar abi.
This is as close as I can get. You'll have to reach for it.
I know what you saw on the Risk Atlas. My fate.
Never mind what I saw. I'm not going to let you fall.
It's no good, Anna. I won't risk you suffering as I have.
Edgar kendini attı. Neler oluyor böyle? Bu odaya gelmiş. Annesi görürse ne olacak? Yapacağım mı?
Thomas, are you coming? Dinner's ready.
Yanlış bir şey mi yaptı? Ne oluyor? Bitti mi oyun? Oyunu mu bitirdik? Babamızı öldürdük mü? Ne yaptık? Müzik ne kadar fazla ya. Neyse. Biz de okuduk büyüdük. Oyun bitti galiba. Müzik de bitti. Kulağım rahatladı. Ya da bitmedi mi? Bitirdik. Çok garip bir şeydi ya. Garip bitti. Evet. Şu sesini kısabilir miyim ben? Neyse, sıkıntı varmış, geçiyorum ben burayı. Evet arkadaşlar, beni izlediğiniz için sağ olun, var olun. Bir seriyi daha bitirdik. Başka bölümlerde, başka serilerde görüşmek üzere. Şimdilik hoşça kalın.